We have a good friend of our neighborhood whom times were tough in New York. He took it upon himself and he took action. This is the same thing that we're doing. We're taking the government by the hands and we're going to represent ourselves. We're going to take out the politicians that don't want to listen to us. You guys did it already. You did it with your state senator. We have 2 council people that we have to work on now. The elections are coming up next year. We have to do what this man did. Take action, not just speak, take action. Curtis Sliwa.
Good to join you all again.
Here she comes.
And it's interesting because Comrade Bill de Blasio, he's their mayor, not my mayor. I didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
I sure ain't gonna vote for him again for a second term. One-term bill. One-term bill. One-term bill. One-term bill. One-term bill. Because, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're from Mashpeth, whether you're from Sunset Park, whether you're from more than 30 other communities that have been so affected, this is not about taking care of homeless people, emotionally disturbed people. Just coming here today from Manhattan, saw them on the C train, got off at 59th Columbus Circle, got on the D train. They were there on the D train. Got off at Barclays Center, took the R train here to 25th. They were on the R train. If the mayor was so concerned about homeless people and emotionally disturbed people, why has he allowed them to live in the subways since he was elected mayor, and then for 2 years denied that he had a homeless problem in the city? Why are they in the subways, Mr. Mayor? And the reason that he's trying to shove them into each and every stable community quickly is because he knows we see them every day in the streets, we see them in the subways, and when he comes for a vote to become mayor a second time, people are going to say, oh, but you haven't done anything about the homeless people. So his idea isn't to take care of them, to provide services, to get them medical or mental health care. His idea is to warehouse them off the streets so he can bamboozle all of us into telling us he's dealt with the homeless situation, which he's been in denial on. And hey, ladies from the Department of Homeland Services, were you in East New York when Charles Barron and Inez Barron led Black and Hispanic protesters against what you tried to do in shoving people in the Galaxy Motel where I grew up in East New York? The answer is no, you weren't. Because you want to make this into a racial situation. You don't want to make it into homeowners, community people, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, male, female, coming together to protect their neighborhoods. You're trying to divide people, as Mayor de Blasio, Comrade de Blasio has always done. Now, were they at the meeting held by State Senator Jose Peralta in Corona and Elmhurst, where they're trying to shove another homeless shelter down their throats? They could have heard the complaints in Spanish and English and in language I don't even want to describe. There are too many kids here today. This is a citywide problem. Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan. And let me tell you about that dope from Park Slope. When he was the councilman there doing nothing but growing barnacles on his backside and fixing parking tickets. And that's all he ever did. The Giuliani administration said, hey, we need to house some homeless people in the nearby shelter. We have to put one in the Armory on 7th Avenue. You know, amongst all the trendoids, the jet setters, the liberals, the progressives. And they had agita. They had their demonstrations. They had their meetings. Did you know that Comrade Bill de Blasio, the ticket fixer at the time, city councilman of no consequence, had meetings with the administration in which he said, there will be no men, there will be no children, there will only be single able-bodied women. And they negotiated a compromise. And there were many meetings. And the community was well aware of that in advance. It wasn't done under the cover of darkness. It wasn't shoved down people's throats. They debated. They argued the merits both sides. And guess what? That shelter that still exists today is a woman's only shelter. No men, no children, because that community then was just as concerned about problems taking place. And the one thing they demanded, but you're not giving them any health care. You're not taking care of their mental health needs. And so a solution was negotiated. So how is this open-minded mayor, your mayor again, not my mayor, I didn't vote for him.
It's not my mayor.
How is it that he was able to sit and negotiate with his community, the dope from Park Slope, a plan that everybody accepted, and yet to each and every other neighborhood, this pretentious jerk, this guy who is full of himself, this guy who thinks he knows more than blue-collar, hardcore, working-class people of this city, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, who pay the taxes and sustain the city's administration. How dare he decide that this is in your best interest when in fact we know what this is all about? An attempt to re-elect that dope from Park Slope, Comrade Bill de Blasio. Let me tell you all right now, over my dead body. One-term bill. One-term bill. One-term bill. Thanks for coming out today, and I will be with you every step of the way, on the radio, on TV, and with my boots on the ground.